All right, world, what it do? It's another day that God has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. All right, so today was the first day of the new job while I'm waiting on the state to clear me up so I can go back to the cannabis industry. And hey, sometimes you got to roll with the punches, baby. Life is not always going to be peaches and cream. It ain't always going to be sweet. But the one thing that you can do is rebuild. So this is not what I planned. This is not what I had in store to go back in the field of towing, but it's a skill set that I do know how to do. And at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. So I don't look at it as a setback. I look at it as a stepping stone to just build towards my future, not just for me, but for my children's sake, for that last name, man. You know what I mean? So sometimes you just got to rebuild. Today was a good day on my first day back in the towing world. It was just a little chaotic because the Hino truck that I'm utilizing, that they assigned me to, is not the one that I'm particularly used to. It's a little bit of, I guess, an older model. It doesn't have like the charging port, so it has a cigarette lighter charger. And so I put my phone on it, and they don't have like a radio and stuff like that, so it's a little different. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually leaning more towards more freedom, so that's kind of cool. But it just was a lot of mishaps, you know what I mean? My phone, the charger was like siphoning the energy of the phone rather than giving it a charge. So I'm over here getting frantic because I'm like, I can't even, my phone literally died on me in the middle of a route. I'm like, damn, I don't know where the hell I'm going, and my phone's dead. So I had to go back to the base and hey, you got it. Let me see if you could just charge it in the wall real quick. And they gave me another jump box because I got rid of all my stuff. So they gave me another jump box just so I could, maneuver through the day. And I'm so used to just in and out, getting things done and going about my day. But it was just so many hiccups. So I was like, man, how'd I do on the first day? And they're like, you did good. I was checking for your load times and stuff like that, and you're doing well. Excuse me, my nose is acting up. But all in all, she said I did great for my first day, so that feels good. You know what I mean? But I still miss the cannabis industry. You can't do away with what you love. But all in all, I'm grateful. I give God thanks. I'm happy that I'm at least able to find a job reasonably quickly, rather than later. So, especially in today's economy. But hopefully this inspires people to understand that you can keep going when things don't go your way. When life is not going your way, keep going, man. You know what I mean? That's why I call this series, these episodes, 8 months, 6 days. That was how long I was homeless. And I know there's people who have even crazier stories, who's been homeless longer, or whatever, and they became famous. I haven't gotten there yet, but I'll never forget that experience. That experience, it molded me, it shaped me in ways that is undescribable. And I just remember having one night. This is why I'm also very grateful, because there was a night in my truck that I was sleeping, and I couldn't even sleep. My body was aching. And I literally just had enough. And I cried. There was plenty of nights where I cried in the truck because I just was over it. But this particular night, I cried to God. And I said, man, I just can't do this no more. Like, I am done with the truck. It's hard for me to I feel like I'm not even a human, And God did a series of things, of blessings. I kept staying at Airbnbs around that time, hotels, and then before you knew it, I ended up getting the cannabis industry job, which changed my life. It's a job that I can honestly say that I love. I had not one complaint since I've been working with those people, but the state had other plans, so I can't complain. I can't do anything but just take the cards that I was dealt, grab life by the horns and keep going. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let it stop me. I've been smoking cannabis way before the state even thought about making it legal. And now that they're making it legal, they're trying to make it a little difficult. But that's okay. Because at the end of the day, you can't stop what's meant to be for you. You know what I mean? So keep pushing, keep striving. Don't let nobody tell you can't do something. If you want to do it, do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not one of these content creators that have it all figured out. You're going to see as we go through this journey with me that life for me is not all figured out. There's a lot of bumps and bruises along my journey, a lot of falls, a lot of heartaches, a lot of pain. But there's also a lot of smiles, a lot of entertainment, a lot of fun, a lot of love. So, you know, don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. You know, I was a little sad in the truck 'cause I was like, damn, man, you know, I do miss the cannabis industry. But I got a job. You know, I got a job. I'm able to take care of myself, take care of the bills that I have, take care of my children. And, you know, you just got to take it for what it is, man. Before you know it, it won't be long before everything starts popping off again. But until then, I'm going to just roll with the punches is, you know. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm going to just keep my head on strong and keep pushing because that's all I can do. And I know God got my back no matter what. So that's another episode of 8 months, 6 days. That's just a quick little let y'all know, you know, a little update, let y'all know how I'm doing. You know, wasn't too bad of a day. We're just gonna keep it pushing from there, baby. Y'all have a blessed one. Yay.